first team. They absolutely destroyed them. They absolutely outcoached Dan Quinn. By the way, why in the hell, out of 54 snaps, offensive snaps, are you playing 6+ DBs on 48 of them when a team's running the ball down your throat?
Say that again. They had 54 offensive snaps. They had 6 defensive backs on the field for 48 of the 54.
6+ for 48 of the 54 snaps. You don't do that when you're getting your brains kicked in. All right, running the football. How about we put bigger personnel on the field? How about we try to run blitz? Anything besides just taking an ass kicking.
That's exactly. So this morning, I wish you all could have been in our meeting this morning. Rex was so frustrated with their lack of adjustment that he was actually drawing up plays for me. It might as well have been drawings from the wall of a cave. I have no idea what it was. At one point, I had to ask him which side was the offense and which side was the defense. But the point is, Nick, that even I, as a fan, am sitting there going, do something, adjust in some way, because they were just getting it shoved down their throat the entire game.
What's going on, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy DMV back with another one. But hold on. Gotta pay homage to my brother and throw on the football gods. Oh, Mark gonna beat me up when he see me on Sunday. But look, Rex Ryan. So I played back the clip when Rex Ryan was defending Dak Prescott. But more than anything, it wasn't that Rex Ryan was defending Dak Prescott, because you could just see Dan Orlovsky keep trying to pin it on him. He's like, no. The defense stunk. And he gave you reasons as to why the defense stunk. He pretty much told you that this defense, with all of those DBs on the field and not adjusting, was the downfall of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, again, nobody is absolving Dak Prescott. Let me say it again for the idiots in the chat, because there will be one or two saying, making excuses for Dak Prescott. This is for you idiots, dummies. Dak Prescott did not have a good game. He didn't have a good game. You can look at the stat sheet and it will tell you that. He didn't have a good game. But let's look at the trend of the playoffs, right? A lot of these quarterbacks aren't having these spectacular performances. Their defense is allowing them chances. The defense is making plays. The defense isn't leaving people wide open. The defensive scheme isn't getting ripped wide open. That only happened to one team in the playoffs, the Dallas Cowboys. That was the absolute worst defense left in the playoffs. I can't even say that the Cowboys' offense was the worst that was in the entire playoffs. But we can for sure say, from what we saw, that defense looked like it did not belong in the playoffs. It looked like an elementary defense. It looked like a defense that my 12 and 13-year-olds play. It was atrocious. And the biggest takeaway that I got from it was where Greeny said he's drawing stuff on the board. You know, he's and it looked like probably Chinese arithmetic to him. You know what I'm saying? He said it looked like a caveman boy. He didn't know what offense and defense was. Like, you guys heard what Greeny was saying. And then we hear the news that Rex interviewed for the position. Interviewed for the DC position. And that's, I didn't add it in the snippet, but he said he wishes that he had a quarterback like Dak Prescott. Now, for me, this is what I feel like about the quarterback situation. I think Dak is a good quarterback, but I do think that Dak isn't a Patrick Mahomes. Who is, right? Nobody's a Patrick Mahomes. But I do think Dak could be a Brock Purdy, where Brock's focus is just handling his job, right? He has people around him. They have a defense. They have a team. The Dallas Cowboys are hollow. It's a hollow team, top heavy, bottom heavy, but the middle of that roster is what needs to improve. That's what needs to elevate, right? People playing their roles, and especially at that time of year. And that's pretty much what Rex was saying. At that time of year, the defense can't do what it did. So him going to the board, drawing up stuff, this and that, and then probably really looking at this roster on defense, this is probably a roster that he feels that he could do better. Like, I mean, he trashed Dan Quinn. He trashed Dan Quinn and what Dan Quinn was doing. And I can't say that I blame him. Dan Quinn, for his time in Dallas, did an excellent job taking it from where we were, because it was much better than what we had with Mike Nolan. It was 10 times better. Quite frankly, consistency-wise, you could say that this defense over that time period was definitely top 5. You know what I'm saying? It's just that when we got to these big games and Dan didn't have answers, Dan didn't look for answers. That's the biggest thing. Dan didn't look for answers. Rex talked about personnel, not having little guys out there while they're running on you. And that's the biggest thing. So I have no issue with Rex Ryan as a defensive coordinator. And I know what I said about old guys and young guys and stuff like that. But the reason I don't have a problem with Rex is I know that the Cowboys also interviewed, I think, a Jets safety coach or something like that for DC. And whether you feel like it's a Rooney Rule guy or not, none of that matters. Maybe they interview him for the DC position, but maybe they'll offer him maybe they'll offer him the secondary job or something like that. Who knows? Because the Cowboys have done that before. And a lot of times, like, people will look at it as a Rooney Rule, but it's an elevation with Dallas. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm absolutely on board with how they're handling the process. Rex Ryan, Ron Rivera, Mike Zimmer, whoever else, Dirty, the line coach, interviewed for the position. So I really like the process now. Remember before I was like, I don't really want a lame duck hire here, but it seems like they're leaving no stone unturned for what they feel are the best candidates out there. And that's all I really wanted, was a candidate pool. And of that candidate pool, a legit candidate pool of that, you bring that in here and you see who the best ones are. Obviously, with 1 year on Mike McCarthy's deal in a prove-it year, these old head coaches who were once great defensive coordinators have something to prove as well. And we'll see where they end up. But I appreciate you guys for stopping by. Leave your comments in the comment section. How do you guys feel about the DC candidate pool so far? And who do you think is going to be the front runner? Who's the front runner in your mind for the defensive coordinator position? Appreciate you guys. Salute, and I'm out. Peace.